The target vocabulary for this section are the verbs savor, decipher, affix, badger, and jeer. Here we're looking at 5 verbs. Let's look at verb number 1. Word number 1 is savor, which means to enjoy an experience as much as possible. For example, even though this Belgian chocolate was expensive, it is so tasty. I'm going to savor every piece of it. Here I'm really enjoying some Belgian chocolate. I'm enjoying every single piece. So I can say I'm going to savor every single piece of it, which means I'm going to enjoy it fully, enjoy the experience, and live in the moment. It doesn't always have to be food. It can be any experience. If I visit a beautiful beach and I look out at the view of the sand, the sun, and the sea, I can savor the moment. I can savor the experience, which means I enjoy it fully. Maybe the experience will be quite short, a few days, so I should enjoy it as much as I can. I should savor the experience. Now here is word number 2. Word number 2 is decipher, which means to discover or understand what something means. For example, his writing is so bad that I can't decipher a single word of it. This person's writing is so bad that I cannot understand a single word of it. I cannot decipher any of it. I cannot work it out. So decipher is like unlocking some code. You're trying to figure out what something means. Another example would be ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. So the ancient Egyptian writing system. When people first discovered this, they couldn't read it. It took a long time to decipher ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. When they did decipher them, they were able to understand what they were writing. Now let's move on to the next word. Word number 3 is affix, which means to stick one thing to another thing. For example, I affixed an extra stamp to the envelope to make sure I covered the postage. So affix simply means to stick one thing onto another thing. So I affixed an extra stamp onto the envelope. I stuck it on to make sure that I covered the postage. Something else we might affix would be a sticker. So at school, a teacher might affix a sticker to a child's t-shirt when they do good work or they behave well. So the teacher affixes a sticker to the child's shirt. Here is the next word. Word number 4 is badger, which means to keep asking questions or to keep persuading someone. For example, please stop badgering me about losing weight. I will do so when I'm ready. This person is quite angry because his friend keeps badgering him to lose weight. His friend keeps trying to persuade him and make him change his ways, but he doesn't want to just yet. Another example of badgering would be when children want to go out somewhere. For example, children want to go to the park. Their parents are relaxing at home. They just want nice, peaceful, quiet day. But the children want to go out and release energy, so they keep persuading the mum and dad to take them out. This is an example of badgering. The children are badgering the parents to take them out. Here is the next word. Word number 5 is jeer, which means to shout rude and insulting things at someone. For example, he was jeered by the angry crowd, but there was no violence. Jeering is something that's not very nice. It's verbal abuse. So it's when people, usually a crowd of people, shout things at someone they don't like. So they shout violent things, they shout rude things, they scream at them. This is jeering. So when there's a politician that no one likes and there's a crowd of people, they might start jeering him or her because they don't like him. They want him or her to know they hate him. So jeering is something that's not very nice, but it's not physical violence, it's verbal violence. So this is jeering. Now move on to the pronunciation training for these verbs. I'll see you there.